You must have thought about this once in a while, and if you haven't, maybe you should. The fact that you get up every morning. How old are you? 50, 60 years old? You know how many days of living you have lived? 40, 50, 60 years? Take your car, for example. How long does your car last? You drive it every day. Car lasts what, 5 years, maybe 10 years? Some of the parts need to be replaced, and then eventually you just trade it in and get a new one, right? Well, you can't do that with your body. You live in your body. That is your car. That is your home. That is your vehicle. And when it goes, you go. But the miracle is every morning, every day, you wake up. You have a new chance at life. Every day you wake up, it's still working. Even though you feed it crap, even though you don't do the things that you should to maintain it properly. Some people maintain their car better than their own body. Some people maintain their house better than their own body. But yet when it comes to their body, the fuel that you put in there, most people don't choose what they eat and drink based on the fuel, the nutrients, what your body needs to run. What they choose is how it tastes and the texture of how it feels on your tongue and how it makes you feel. That's short term. That's maybe 15, 20 minutes of pleasure. Not for the next 2 days of what this is, or the rest of your life of what it's going to do to you. The point is, people don't put a lot of thought into maintaining that vehicle, that machine that keeps them going, that takes them around life, that lets them experience. You have a machine that is so amazing. It is how you can see the world. It's how you can hear music. It's how you can feel with your fingers that when you get a massage or a touch or a nice feeling thing, that's your nerve endings. That's part of the machine. How things taste, how you can remember, how you can just exist, how you feel love and that tingly feeling and the orgasms and everything that you experience in a human body. That's from being in a human body. And it's a miracle. And people gum it up with this garbage just because it tastes good for 20 seconds or 2 minutes. But the point is, you still wake up every day. Day after day after day, that machine is still running despite what you do to it or what you don't do to it. It's not just what you fuel it with, but just like a machine, you can overwork it. You could run it into the ground, but you can also not work it. That's a problem too. If you misuse it or lack of use, then a machine starts to rust if it just sits there and does nothing. Which is what a lot of people do. They sit all day. They don't move their body enough, and they wonder why their muscles start giving out, why their bones are weakening. Your bones are going to get weak if you don't put pressure on them. And also what you fuel it with. The garbage that people call food, the processed food, it's not found in nature. That's not what your machine is designed to run on. Your machine is not designed to run on bread. Bread doesn't grow on trees. All the stuff that we eat, the crackers and cookies and cheese and ice cream and pasta and pizza, that doesn't grow in nature. That's not what we're designed to run on. And the few people that do eat what they're supposed to eat, they kind of abuse that too. They only eat the sweet stuff. They only have the mangoes and the bananas and the papayas and the sweet fruits. But they don't have a mixture of everything that is found in nature. But there's a variety. You only get fruits in the summertime in most places. Most of what people eat is not found in nature. What they eat is made in a factory. Comes in a bag, a bottle, a jar, whatever. The things that they do with their time and their day is not found it's not natural. They don't move their body enough. The longest living people walk, they bicycle, they go up hillsides, they herd sheep or whatever it is they do, but they do not sit around on the internet and drive their car and sit on a couch or a chair or a restaurant or a bed or whatever it is and then do nothing. It's just a miracle that people are still alive and that they wake up every day after day after day. And then they wonder why for the last 30 years of their life, the quality of their life is declining and they're getting slower. And they don't have the youth and the vitality that they used to. and that they can't remember things as clearly, and that their mood is crankier, and that their relationships aren't as great, and that everything starts going downhill after the last 30 years. And they think that's normal. It's called aging. No, it's not. You're supposed to be alive and full of life until the day you die. That's what a good, clean, working machine does. I want you to really think about what a miracle it is, the fact that you wake up every day, and that it is a gift. Another day where you could live and experience and taste and touch and feel and see and hear and experience life. What a gift that is. And most people squander it. They worry about bills, or they go, this life is disposable. I can't wait till I'm in heaven, and then everything is wonderful. And they don't give value to this life. This is a gift. This is a gift for you. You think great life is going to be great when you meet God and all that, and you're going to live happily ever after. Well, what do you think this life is? It's a gift from God. It is rare to be in a human body on planet Earth during a time where you have air conditioning and food everywhere, and that you're not in a war and battle and death and destruction. And yeah, that's happening in some places in the world, and that's horrible. But most of you aren't. Most of you can go 20 feet to a grocery store and have all the food that you want. You have a refrigerator, which most people haven't had until the last 80 years of humanity. You've got so many things to be thankful for. What a gift it is to be in a human body at this time and age. And people, they take that for granted. They don't give it any value. They can't wait till they die, and then they're going to live happily ever after. What do you think God is thinking? If you're a God person, then think about what he is thinking. If you give a gift to somebody, if you give the gift of life to somebody, and you give them a vehicle that they can drive for 100 years, and they start abusing that, and they start thinking they don't give it any value, and they feed it junk, and they just abuse it, and they can't wait till they die, and they just don't enjoy life, and they just don't appreciate the gift you've given them. How do you think that makes the Creator feel? You should be honoring that gift and be thankful for it. Then you'll be treated much more thankfully and royally when you finally meet the Creator that gave you that gift. So either way, whichever way you want to look at it, no matter if you believe in God or if you don't, this is a gift. The fact that you're even alive as a human being, you're not here as a cockroach, you're not here as a fly or an ant or something that gets stepped on or abused or a piece of bacteria. You are a human being on earth at a time in history where everything is a miracle, to be just so easygoing for most people. It's not about money. It's about the fact that you have the ability to experience, that you can get in a car and drive somewhere and see the Grand Canyon and see a tropical island and see Europe and see your friends and pick up a phone and talk to somebody 3,000 miles away that you couldn't do 100 years ago. What a miracle it is to be alive. And every day you wake up, the fact that you are alive and you can experience another day of that. Most people, I think, they're so caught up in life and the craziness of it all that they don't take a moment to realize that. I think if you actually took more moments to realize that, then life would change for you. You would see things differently. You would become a different person. People will see you differently. They'll treat you differently. You'll get more respect. You will respect yourself more. Life will respect you back more. You'll be healthier. You'll live longer. It's not about how long you live. It's the quality of your life and the experiences and how you can experience them. I mean, sure, you could go to a beautiful vacation resort, but if your body is in pain and it's all rusted out and barely moving and your joints hurt and everything hurts and you're achy, that's not a way to enjoy that vacation. That's why when you're a kid, you can run around and experience everything with full, amazing joy. And that's why kids are a lot happier than adults. They're free to experience all these emotions and feelings and sensations. When you're older, you're all gummed up with not just your physical body, but your mind and your stress and your money and your relationships and your everything is just... So I just want you to wake up every morning. The fact that your eyes open and you realize the sun is coming out and I have another day to experience life. And I'm still alive, and my machine, my vehicle is still working. And it's keeping me quietly going despite the abuse that I give it, despite the crap I feed it. Some people, they treat their car, they give it like the best fuel, the best maintenance, the best car washes, everything. But then when they come to their own body, they pick the cheapest fuel. It's like picking not just, you got 3 different grades at the gas station where you have high, medium, low quality gas. Well, people usually give their body the lowest quality fuel they could possibly give it, and they wonder why they start having problems. Imagine what your life would be like if you actually invested the highest quality fuel. People think they can't afford it. Well, guess what? If you are cleaner and you think better and your mood is better and everything runs better, you will be more inspired to do better in life, and you will be able to afford that good stuff. People who are pessimistic and run down and like, I can't afford this. Guess what? That's self-prophesizing, self-fulfilling. You end up not being able to afford it because that's what you're telling yourself. But if you are free to experience and you're healthy and you're excited about life and you're full of life and vigor, you will find ways to make it work. You will find ways to afford it. There is no excuse. You have a chance to live life fully on this planet right now. And if you're not, you are squandering one of the greatest experiences in the universe. It is a gift that you should realize what a magical miracle it is. If you're out in space floating around and you realize how vast and empty space is, and there's this little tiny blue ball floating in space with life, with amazing places and architecture and locations and nature, and what a rare experience it is to be in a human body to be able to experience that. That's what life is about, and that's what you should be thankful for, and that's what you should be doing, and helping others realize what a magical miracle it is to wake up every morning in a human body and have unlimited potential to change the world, to make it a better place for others. You're not here to just sit there and do nothing. You're here to beautify life and to experience it and to be thankful for it. So every day when you wake up, realize what a miracle it is. Say thank you and live life fully.